Okay, so hopefully I've got a bit of memory. I've got just about enough battery to get through some of the things I want to talk about today. Hope you're all alright. It's bleeding cold today. I don't know what's going on with the weather. Do you? So, buzzwords. Panspermia, and Rory's orbs, Brendan's orbs. Repeatable shit, measurable shit, testable shit. Oh crap, I made myself forget. Alright. So the testable, repeatable part. I cannot agree to this. I will not agree to this. To me, this is going back 200 years and starting again. This is where it all began, yeah? And in 200 years, when we've, measured everything and that we can find, we'll start trying to work out what the smallest things are and how big they are and how big the biggest things are and things like that. We'll just be back where we are now. We have a lot of this information already. Okay? What happened was the information was taken too far, and we need to take the information, look through it all again, maybe test it and repeat it again, and get to a certain point where we say, hey, this is the point where we need to build machines to see these things, and where we can no longer trust our senses. You understand? You can't see heat or cold, yet they're real. Are they not? You stick your hand in the fire, you get burnt, don't you? You walk around the Antarctic in your pants, I don't think you're going to end up very healthy, are you? The testable and repeatable part, it's a small part. Come on now, people. How do you measure life? How can you prove to me, or I prove to you, that my great grandparents existed? What good to know people's ages once they are gone? Does it help? Or is it about the way they lived that helps? You understand? It's not about how long they lived. It's not necessarily about how fat they were. You understand? But about how they conducted themselves. I keep saying it, there's all this talk about exploration. What the fuck are you talking about? You try walking over every inch of England in your life, okay? Let alone South America. What are you all talking about? What, you all going to go out with one of them measuring sticks, are you, and measure it all, yeah? Oh yeah, good luck with that. The infinite plane, that was the other part. The infinite plane. I don't think people understand what they're talking about, or I have a very different opinion on certain words. The infinite plane, do you even understand what that means? Infinite, it means to go on forever. That doesn't even make any sense. Now, as I've proposed before, a long time ago, if we talk about things like near infinity, we can start applying numbers to these things. But I still don't think it's important. This should all come later, after we've rescued the children, yeah? Oh my God, but who will think of the children? Well, I will, if no one else will. I will. No, I'm not alone, right? That's not what I mean. Panspermia. So it's a question put forward, I think it was by Fred Hoyle. It might have been put forward by other people, or just, he was the first one to get credit for it. Oh crap. It's going to be a long wait now. which is like this. I'll come back. Okay, not actually too bad. So, panspermia, or Fred Hoyle. So, seeding life from other planets, you know, crossing the universe on comets and things like this. It's always been under contention, you know, not many people buy into it, there's too many questions behind it all. And the questions arise from the space, the vast vacuum, the near vacuum of space. You understand? How do these microbial bacteria transverse the universe? You know, they should get cooked and frozen and X-rayed and gamma-rayed and all that crap. But if we're talking about a near infinite plane, where, you know, let's not for the moment say a uniform atmosphere, but a connected atmosphere across this plane. I have a theory about the barrier and how and why we can't cross it. We'll come to that another time. I want to talk about Brendan's orbs and panspermia. On the near infinite plane, it's quite easy for bacteria to get sucked up in the old tornadoes, swirled around up there, possibly even frozen. We've all heard about the cryogenics. We don't know if it's true or not, do we? But people have actually had their heads chopped off and frozen to see if they will survive in the future. How very bizarre. People pay a lot of money for that crap as well, if it's true. Maybe people pay a lot of money and their bodies just, I don't know, you can still freeze them, but it don't cost much to freeze someone, does it really? Turn the fridge on. There is a lot of talk about cataclysms and great catastrophes. And I wonder if this is caused by the same sort of thing that would happen on Earth, shifting currents and moving tides. Maybe these cataclysms are like the tides, they come and they go as they should. Maybe this is why we shouldn't get too big for our own boots, because we will not be here forever. The best we can do is hope that we can leave something behind to carry on. If not, something else will fill the place. I think maybe perhaps that's the rules of this place. I've looked long and hard, people, into quantum physics, alright, a long time. And I'm still not down with interdimensional beings and places and things like this. There's always been something wrong with it. When they talk about 11 dimensions, 11? It's such a bizarre number. On an infinite plane, you cannot measure it. You cannot measure an infinite plane. You pick one direction and you go forever. You could never go back the other way because it will take you forever to go that way. On a near infinite plane, which you could say is growing, forever growing, there is no need for boundaries as such, as there are leaves getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Do you understand? Perhaps the Earth is continually growing, and that's why these cataclysms happen. You understand? Perhaps sometimes it lasts for so long that people believe that the Earth is still and stationary. Perhaps sometimes a particular idea is grasped a hold of and people end up thinking that they can fly off to other places. I wonder sometimes, you know, where do the stories of the elves and dwarves come from? Some people lay claims that these are real. But I wonder, you know, was there a time when the 1984 horror story that we all think of was real? The dystopian future of Brave New World, perhaps that was real, and they convinced people that elves and dwarves were real and that they were to stay inside the cities, never to go out into the wilds. And then it all came crashing down around them. The stories that would be carried on would be of what they used to watch on TV, as if they was real. Is that what's going to happen now? Are we going to carry forward into the future the idea that man went to the moon? Understand? perhaps in the future Michael Jackson will be the new Pan. How bizarre is that? Perhaps Usain Bolt will become the Hercules of the future. Or who's the other guy, Hermes or Marathon or something along them lines, you understand? Who's the Olympic swimmer at 14 gold medals? Phelps, is that the one? I forget. I used to love watching the Olympics and the sports and things. Now it all seems so very contrived. So very contrived. To build up heroes and knock them down is what I believe is happening. And I hate to say it. People are grasping hold of the church, and I fear it's about to be brought crashing down. And that's people's hero, isn't it? That's like the biggest hero of the day. Has more followers than anyone. And when they bring that giant down, boom. Big bang all over again, eh? I don't know. I hope it made a bit of sense. I'm sorry for feeling sorry for myself and sharing it with you all sometimes. And I hope you're well, and we'll speak soon.